So following the conductivity, today we will see about the cardiac excitability. So cardiac excitability is an important property of the working myocardium, and excitability is the ability of a living tissue to respond to a stimulus. In case of the myocardium, the stimulus is the action potentials. We know that the action potentials which pass through the nodes. So the stimulus given by the tissue in response to the action potentials, which might have several functions, leading to the mechanical contraction of the ventricles, or be it the secretion of the atrial natriuretic peptides. All these functions are done with response to a certain stimulus. Now, to know about the excitability, there are four important phases which takes place in the excitability, and I have a pictures to show the four important phases. So this is how the excitability in the myocardial takes place. Initially, we have a depolarization, which is over here. We have a rapid depolarization phase followed by brief repolarization, and then we have the plateau phase and then the repolarization. So we'll see each one. So the first phase we're going to see is the initial depolarization. So in the initial depolarization, we can see that the cell is around minus 60 millivolt over here, minus 60. The resting potential of the cells of the myocardium is around minus 60, and during the initial repolarization, we can notice that there is a steep upgrowth of this graph, which means there is a increase of positivity in the cells of the myocardium. This is generally due to the rapid opening of the sodium channels. So this is opening due to the opening of the sodium channels, and there is more of influx of sodium channels into the cell. So this creates a sense of positivity in the cell, and this shifts the resting membrane potential of the cell to touch the positive, that is around minus 20 millivolt. So we will note down the duration of this initial depolarization. So the total duration for this depolarization is around 2 millisecond. Around 2 millisecond, that is around 0.002 second. So it takes place very shortly, but there is more influx of sodium ions, which tends to increase the positivity of the myocardial cell. So you should know that depolarization just tells about increasing of the positivity, and the vice versa for the repolarization, where there is decrease of positivity, that is the cell undergoes into a negative state. And the amplitude for this stage is around plus 20 millivolt. So we can see in this picture that at the end of the initial depolarization, so this is the initial depolarization, and at the end of the initial depolarization, the cell reaches a mark up to plus 20 millivolt. So following the initial depolarization, the next phase is the initial repolarization. So there's going to be a slight decrease in the positivity of the nature of the cell of myocardium, and the time duration for this repolarization is normally also 2 millisecond. So it's also going to be quick. And the amplitude, there's only a slight adjustment, which is just less than, will be just less than plus 20 millivolt. So as you can see, this is the phase. This phase is the slight repolarization, and we can see that the amplitude just decreases below plus 20 over here. So it might be plus 10, around plus 10. So the amplitude for the initial repolarization is around plus 10, and the reason for this thing, so I'll write the reason for the depolarization, that is the influx of sodium channels, sodium ions. And the main reason for the repolarization is due to the openings of the potassium channels inside the cell, which involves efflux of the small quantity of potassium ions. So in this place there is efflux of potassium ions, there is outgoing of potassium ions. And simultaneously the fast opening of the sodium channels. So we know that during the initial depolarization there is many influx of sodium ions due to the fast opening of the sodium channels, but at the stage of initial repolarization this fast opening of sodium channels will slow down. So there is slow opening of sodium channels. So that means there is just small amount of sodium entering, and following this initial repolarization, the third important phase is the plateau or the final depolarization. So the final depolarization. So in this phase, so I'll show you this phase where there is a prolonged depolarization, so there is maintenance of the positivity of the cell for a prolonged time limit. So this phase is called as the plateau phase. I'll write P here to just denote the plateau phase, which is over here. You can see the plateau phase where the positivity is maintained for some prolonged period. So this is mainly due to the opening of the slow calcium channels. So there is incoming of calcium ions, which is the main reason for this plateau phase. That is a prolonged depolarization where the positivity of the cell is maintained for a long period of time. So in this period muscle fibers remain in depolarization. So the positivity in the cell is maintained for quite some time. This phase is called as the plateau phase, and the time limit for this plateau phase, so the duration for this plateau phase is 200 millisecond, around 200 millisecond in the axial muscle fibers, and around 300 millisecond in the ventricular muscle fibers. And this plateau phase is very important considering the myocardial cells, because this helps in the contraction of the cardiac muscle fibers, for a prolonged contraction of these cardiac muscle fibers comparing to the smooth and the skeletal muscles, the other type of the muscles, because the contraction tends to be 5 to 15 times larger or longer compared to that of the skeletal or the smooth muscle cells. So this phase is very important as it gives a prolonged contraction for the cardiac muscle cells. And this is due to slow opening of calcium channels. And the slow opening of sodium channels, which were opened during the initial repolarization, also continues to stay in this stage. So there is slow opening of calcium channels, there is influx of calcium as well as the sodium, which was opened previously during the initial repolarization phase. So there is also influx of calcium and the sodium which tends to maintain the positivity. And the important significance of this plateau phase is, so write significance here, the prolonged depolarization so that gives excess of contraction time for this cardiac muscles, and the incoming calcium channels also provide, and they are also useful in the contractile process of the heart muscles. So the amount of the ions which are influx during the final depolarization or the plateau phase also helps in the contractile process. The final phase in the cardiac excitability is final repolarization. So the final repolarization is generally a slow process, as you can see here. This 4, so this is the final repolarization where the cell comes from the positive to the negative state. Almost the cell attempts to come back to its normal resting membrane potential of minus 60 millivolt. So we can see here, and the final repolarization. So the time duration for this final repolarization is around 50 to 80 milliseconds, and in this state we can see there is efflux of potassium ions, that is, the potassium ions tends to leave the cell, and there is slow incoming calcium ions. What happens here is the amount of the potassium ions which leaves the cell is increased than the calcium ions which enters the cell. So the cell tends to move from positive to a negative gradient. As there is excess of efflux of potassium ions in this phase. So these are the 4 phases of the cardiac excitability, and shortly after this excitation process, the cell goes to restore its membrane potential. So restoring the membrane potential. So in this membrane potential, all the sodium ions just move out of the cell, and the potassium ions come back into the cell, which was seen during the initial phase of the cell. So during 16 millivolts, we know that there was excess of potassium ions inside the cell. So the similar thing happens after the final phase of final repolarization. The sodium ions move out of the cell. The sodium ions which came into the cell during all these 4 phases tends to move out of the cell. So the sodium ions move out. They tend to move out of the cell, and the potassium ions come back into the cell. So the potassium ions just influx into the cell, and this action takes place through the sodium potassium pump. This action takes place while through the sodium potassium pump, and similarly the excess of the calcium ions also move out with the help of the sodium calcium pump. So thus the resting membrane potential of the myocardial cell is restored, which is minus 60 millivolt.